Hey, what's up, guys? It's Randall from OddsJam, back with you today to do some more plus EV betting. Hopefully, find some plus EV bets for you, depending on what state you are in. Be sure, as always, if you haven't, check out the sports books in the description below. Take advantage of all those sign-up bonuses. Plenty of offers with the Super Bowl right around the corner. So be sure you're signed up for all of those sports books in the links below. A lot of good offers out there. Also, be sure, if you are new today, I've added the link directly to the OddsJam website. You can sign up for 3 free profitable bets each day. Still echoing, someone's telling me. I'm not sure what's going on. Hoping it's my microphone or what. Had this issue yesterday, and it had to get on my laptop and see if this is any better. Still echoing. Let's see here. Apologies, guys. I thought I had this fixed yesterday. I'm not sure what is going on and why we have so much echoing. Give me just a second here. So okay. All right, so we'll just go ahead and get started. It appears that whenever I talk louder, it is not as bad. So talk loud. Hopefully that will correct it. Going to go ahead and jump to the Plus EV page, and we will see what is going on there. So we'll hop over here to OddsJam. Actually, let's start on the front page here. We placed some bets yesterday. We can grade those. We had the under 68 in Stony Brook and Binghamton. It landed 69, so we got hosed on that one. So that was a loss. Villanova -2 in the first half. I was a little bit worried about this one. Got some great closing line value, though. Marquette shot lights out. That ended up being a loser. And then the hockey bet actually came through. This was a very, very nice bet here. It lined up with Bookmaker, Pinnacle, and Bet Online. So some very sharp books. We're in agreement on this particular game. So we can hop back over here. You can see been up and down, back to -$74, -8.2% on our ROI. But we are beating the closing line by 84%. So eventually, this is going to turn around. I do want to point out betting 2 or 3 games a day with the Plus EV page is definitely not the way to go. I'm in Illinois, so I obviously can only bet so many on this 20, 30-minute live stream that I do. So that is important just to point out. Alex and Matt, they do a lot of live streams. I think last night Matt was on for 20 minutes. I think he plays like 8 bets. So he's in Virginia. It makes a difference. Have as many sports books as you can. I have all of the ones in Illinois. Just unfortunately, during this 20-minute time that I do, there are not a lot of plays out there. So that's why I hop over to New Jersey, Pennsylvania, try to give you guys some plays. So looks like here, Eastern Michigan, Ohio, under 138.5, under 139 has a lot of value. I've been comparing lines here, or not comparing lines, but at least looking at projections from Kenny White, a former odds maker out of Vegas, KennyWhiteSports.com. Not a sales pitch, just this is where I get those ratings from. If you are interested in them, they're $19 a month. But you can check and see here. We can see that he makes this game about 146, 146 and a half. So the under here has some value, 19% expected value. It is a 30-cent difference here in the market with. so it is a little bit wider than what I would like. So going to pass on this particular play. It looks like Eastern Michigan plus 17 and a half, or actually, I guess it's Ohio minus 17 and a half has about 9% of expected value. So we can take a look here. He makes that game right around 16. It looks like Eastern Michigan lost both or lost away last year whenever they played them. So lost last year whenever they played Eastern Michigan or whenever they played Ohio. Maybe a little bit of revenge there. Ohio minus 17 and a half. This is a 33-cent difference here in the market with. Again, a little bit outside of what I would actually like to bet. So for those of you that are new, I like to focus on the market width being 15 to 25 cents. Anything less than that is obviously very good. Anything more than that, I might have some reservations about. Looks like New Orleans plus 160 has a little bit of value on the money line. I actually took Corpus Christi earlier personally, minus 3.5. There was some value on FanDuel with Pinnacle. So it looks like maybe now the money is coming in on New Orleans. So maybe that's a game that you look at. Continuing to scroll through here, see if there's any value. Spurs Heat over 222 minus 110. We've got a 14-cent difference here in the market with. We'll hop over here to PointsBet. We'll log in. We'll see if we can get that bet in. It is a tight market, 14 cents, and it's 2.6% of expected value. So a little bit of value there. Over 222 minus 110. PointsBet usually doesn't have a whole lot for me here in Illinois as far as plus EV goes, so I don't have a whole lot of money in there. But let's go ahead and bet that. So over 222 in the Spurs Heat game. We'll throw 25 on that. We'll place that bet. Again, betting smaller amounts, showing you that you can be profitable. Again, I understand if you look at the bet tracker, we are not profitable right now, but the goal is long term to make money. So we bet 25 on that. Another thing you can do, I like this. Again, it's above 2%. It's a super tight market. You can look at this and you can see with the platinum plan, you have the ability to compare books. So probably could have done this prior to placing this bet, but no big deal. You can see all of these other books have this 222 and a half, 223. So we got over 222 minus 110. You can see Bookmaker makes this 223 minus 110. Bet online 223 minus 110. Circa minus 109 at 223. So we're getting a lot of value here with Pinnacle as well as with Bookmaker and Bet online as well as Circa. We can check Westgate as well. We can see Westgate has it at 223. So all of these sharp books, including Pinnacle, have this total higher than what we got on PointsBet just a little bit ago. So we can continue to look here. I'm going to just go ahead and flip to Jersey State with more sports books with MGM. We'll see what's out there. There really seems to be not a lot going on today, Thursday, here in the sports world. Cal Poly and Cal State Fullerton, 22-cent difference here in the market with. Take a look here and see if there's anything looking at any tradings. You can see he makes this line 12. Looks like the plus 13 is the play. Another place that I like to look is ESPN. So we can take a look here. We can see ESPN has this right around 14. Kenny has it 12. So, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a coin flip based on those two. So, I mean, if you like, or if you wanted to bet this 22-cent difference here, Cal Poly plus 13 on Caesars, minus 110 definitely has some value. You can see here live bet on Bellarmine minus 165, 3.7%, minus 224 on Pinnacle. These live odds do move very quickly. I'm not even logged in, so that is going to be a problem. But we can just take a look. We can see minus 160. So actually, um, even better odds here with Bellarmine. I think this line was 4 whenever it started, but it looks like Pinnacle has since moved the money line. So that is no longer a plus EV play. If you're going to do the live odds, you do need to act quickly so that you can take advantage of those. Eastern Kentucky, Kennesaw State, over 154 plus 128, 26-cent difference here in the market with. We can take a look though and see what Kenny makes this game. He makes it 143 and a half. And so, yeah, he thinks this game is going under 3% of expected value on the over. Again, just a tool that I like to use. It's not the end all be all. But if you wanted to take this over 154, you could. Washington State, Stanford, 2.5%. So, I mean, we're starting to get into some lower percentages here as far as expected value goes. I know FanDuel is offering the TNT games tonight, so we'll hop on that. Bellarmine minus 122 on FanDuel. Let's see if we can get that. Again, he's moving quickly. You can see plus 102. Refresh that. Now they're plus 100, minus 130 on Pinnacle, so plus 102. So, I mean, we're actually getting some better value here. Again, these are constantly moving, these live odds. You have to be logged in. You can purchase those for $9 a day. That'll get you access to the live odds. We can hop back over. We can see. So plus 102. We can refresh this, and we can just see if it's still there. Plus 102, minus 130. So let's go ahead and minus 122. We missed it. Again, that's how quick it moves. So we'll refresh. We'll just kind of see. Plus 102, minus 156. So, I mean, that will be updating here very shortly. Hit the refresh page and see FanDuel still minus 128. Hop back over here. We'll refresh it again. All right, and it's off the screen. So we were too slow. We checked it one too many times, but I mean, as you can see, we could have easily gotten that bet in on Bellarmine plus 102. It flipped to minus 128 whenever we went to bet it. So continuing to look through here, as I was saying, FanDuel has a promo, the NBA TNT. So we'll go ahead and we'll build one of those. It looks like App State here has a little bit of value, plus 170. Looks like a 29-cent difference here in the market with. Let's take a look here. We'll see if there's any value on App State according to Kenny. Kenny makes it a 2-point game with the edge to Texas State. Looks like ESPN has it at about 5. So you're getting you're getting plus 170. Pinnacle's giving you plus 155. Again, though, only 1.8% of expected value. So maybe you wait a little bit closer to game time to lock that in, see if it's still there. That is one thing. The closer you can wait to the start of the game to lock these in, it can definitely be beneficial. Not saying that you have to do that for every single game, but it can help. Sacramento State, Northern Arizona, 24-cent difference here. Available at a lot of books under 133 and a half. So we can just take a look and see what Kenny has. Kenny makes it 121 and a half, and you can get under 133 and a half. So yeah, lower expected value. But if I could bet this, I would definitely be all over it. Minus 110 on these books versus minus 128 over at Pinnacle. Kenny has it 121 and a half. So I would definitely wrong screen there. I'd definitely get on that if you can under 133. Sorry, under 133 and a half Arizona, Sacramento State. We can take a look here, Wyoming, Boise State, another total. We can at least see what he has in this one. Two very different teams when it comes to speed and how quickly they like to play. He makes this 127, and it looks like the value's on the over 133 and a half. I mean, this is just an instance here where it's lower expected value. I'm using this tool to compare to see if there's value, and if there's not value, then I'm going to pass on it because again, it's only 1.8%. It's not as high as I would like to see it, but you did see just a second ago we did like the under 133 and a half on the Sacramento State Northern Arizona game. It is below 2%, but Kenny White, former odds maker, as I said, makes it 121 and a half. So maybe some value there, maybe not, but I think it's worth playing. Bellarmine plus 2.5 minus 102. Money line plus 146. We can hop back over here. So it looks like they are heading into halftime tied. So let's refresh this one more time. You can see plus 118 on Pinnacle, plus 144. So let's just do this really quick. Again, I'm just going to bet this quickly. No, maybe I'm not. Quick time player. I don't know where that's going to pop up. Just threw 10 on it real quick just to see. So we got that in. Again, you can see how quickly you have to be. We'll refresh this page. We'll see if it's still up. It is still up. Bellarmine plus 2.5 minus 102, 25-cent difference here in the market with. So we'll go ahead and we'll hit that as well. We'll throw 20 on that. So we've got Bellarmine plus 2.5 for 20. We've got the money line plus 144. So we bet both of those. We'll go back. We'll add those. I did want to just bet this money line quickly as I could. So in there, and we threw 20 on that one. So we can save it, and we've added those to our bet tracker. So we can refresh this page again. You can see they're still up there. Now, looks like Pinnacle has Bellarmine minus 142. We got plus 144. So 33% EV here on this particular play. I mean, this is amazing. We'll refresh this and see. It looks like the plus 2.5 maybe moved against us a little bit. There is definitely value on the money line, minus 142 on Pinnacle. Minus 156 now. So, I mean, you get this on any of these books, plus 130. Let's see here. I'm in New Jersey. I'm not sure why MGM is not showing up. We can just take a look, though, really quickly. We'll hop over to MGM, and we'll take a look and see if there's any value on MGM. Click on college basketball. So, plus 140 for Bellarmine again. You can positive EV. So plus 144 on FanDuel, you're getting plus 140. I mean, this is still huge EV. I mean, minus 156 on Pinnacle is the money line for Bellarmine. You are getting plus 144. Like, I mean, honestly, let's just bet it again because good value in this particular bet. This is the advantage of having the plus EV page. So I'm just going to go to my bet tracker. There's no reason to track that again. So we bet that twice. We now have 30 on Bellarmine. So we'll save that. If you're watching at home, hopefully you got on that. As you can see, it's now gone. So somebody somewhere has moved the line. Not sure if that's Pinnacle or what, but we have some value there on Bellarmine. Oh, there you go. Just moved right in front of our eyes. Plus 134, plus 2.5. Maybe the people who are tuning in are betting this with me on FanDuel. You can see here on DraftKings is already down to plus 130. We can check on Barstool, and we can see where Barstool is at when it comes to this game. So you can see they are locked on this. So I'm not sure what the money line is on Barstool. It looks like they've got that locked. So we'll see what happens there in that game. Maybe it's on ESPN Plus. I can turn it on, have it playing in the background. Got a little bit of golf going right now to get through the day. So plus 134, we blocked that in. So let's go ahead. Now it's down to plus 126. I mean, you can just see this. It's moving right before your eyes. I mean, we have plus 144, and we have we got plus 144 both times. Whenever Pinnacle was minus 150, and not sure what it is now, but as you can see, this line is obviously moving. We have the best of the number. Now it's down to plus 122. So great value there. Let's go ahead and bet this TNT. You bet 10, you get your money back, win or lose. So let's go ahead and build a parlay. Suns, Hawks, and Lakers, Clippers. We'll go ahead and go with the early game here if we can find some value. Suns, Hawks. So we'll go into that game. We'll see if there's any value out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to the odds page. I'm going to click on basketball, and then I'm going to go to the NBA. We'll find this Suns game, and then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to construct this parlay where there is value on FanDuel in comparison to Pinnacle or in comparison to some of these other books. So looking here at assists, we can see it looks like Chris Paul under 12.5 on FanDuel. It's minus 165 on Pinnacle. It's minus 138 on FanDuel. So there is some value there on Chris Paul under 12.5 assists. There's value on Clint Capella under 1.5 assists. And this is just, again, strictly looking at the Pinnacle line, looking for value there. So let's go ahead and we can throw that in there. We'll go Chris Paul under 12.5 minus 138. So we'll see if we can find that. Chris Paul under 12.5 minus 138. Clint Capella, was he the other one that had some pretty good value, minus 155. In comparison to Pinnacle, we're getting minus 138. So again, I mean, another thing you can do is you can check this. You can see what the fair price is. So minus 155 plus 116. So if we hop over here to calculators, the no big, minus 155 plus 116. You can see that the fair odds are minus 131 for this particular bet. And we are getting, let's see here. So we're getting minus 138. So we're taking a number that's not as good as what it should be. So actually, we will pass on Capella there. We can compare this one to minus 165 plus 124. Probably not going to be fair odds for what we're getting, minus 139. So actually, this Chris Paul bet is a good one here. It should be minus 139. We're getting 138. Again, not a lot of expected value, but it is better than what Pinnacle has. So we've got assists. We can go to blocks. We'll take a look and see if there's anything. FanDuel doesn't even have blocks, so no interest there. Player made threes. We can take a look and see what's out there. Chris Paul under 1.5 threes, minus 210 plus 151. Again, you can use this no big calculator. Fair odds should be minus 170. And it looks like Chris Paul's minus 178 on FanDuel for under 1.5. So we'll pass on that. Just looking here, seeing if there's any value that stands out. Kevin Huerter over 1.5 threes is minus 150 on FanDuel, minus 171 on Pinnacle. You can see all of these other books are minus 165, minus 162. So that looks good. We'll throw him into the mix. Over 1.5 threes, minus 150. Continuing to scroll through. Don't see anybody else with the threes. We'll go to player points. We'll take a look and see if there's anything out there with some value. Capella over 10.5 is minus 102 on Pinnacle, plus 106 on FanDuel. So I mean that's definitely an outlier there. Minus 102, minus 129. So we can see fair odds there, minus 111, plus 111, and we're getting plus 106. So that one's pretty close. We may come back and add that one. Just continuing to go through here, take a look and see Pinnacle and FanDuel. Jay Crowder under 8.5. This looks pretty good. Minus 112 on FanDuel, minus 131, minus 101. So we can check that out and see. So it looks like fair odds minus 112, plus 112, and we are getting minus 112. So we are getting fair odds here on Crowder under 8.5 points. So like that, we'll go ahead and bet that as well for this parlay. Player props, Jay Crowder under 8.5, minus 112. So with this FanDuel promo, you've got to build, got to be, I believe, double check, 3+ legs, plus 400 odds or greater. So we've got 3 legs, we've got plus 433, and it's in the Suns Hawks game and the Lakers Clippers game. So we went with the Suns and the Hawks. So I'm going to just go ahead. We'll throw 10 on this. If you want, you can go back through. You can use this. You can look for rebounds. If you want to throw somebody on rebounds, you can do that. Take a look here, see if anything sticks out. Not seeing anything here rebound-wise on FanDuel in comparison to Pinnacle. So probably past there. Like maybe a little bit here. Herder over 2.5, minus 185 on Pinnacle, minus 162 on FanDuel, minus 185 plus 136. Take a look and see what the fair odds there are. So it's 153, minus 153, and FanDuel's minus 162. So you're getting a little bit worse, worse odds there, but it's definitely in line outside of looking at like Barstool, minus 180 on Betway and DraftKings, minus 170 on Caesars. So if you wanted to add that one, try pass. But anyway, you can go through here. You can take a look at all this. Turnovers. I guess FanDuel doesn't offer turnovers, but some other books do, which doesn't really do us any good. So we've met the requirements here. Plus 400 odds or greater. We're going to bet 10. We've got 3 or more legs. So we'll go ahead and we'll place that, lock that in. Hop back over here. Take a look at this live game. Looks like Bellarmine, it's not started yet, but it's down to plus 122. Again, we got plus 144 on both of these bets. And we have plus 2.5, minus 102. And that is now minus 114. So like where we're at with that one. Again, be sure to check out the Positive EV page. Being on it as much as you can definitely is beneficial. So this Spurs Heat game that we bet, it's definitely trending the right way. We bet this, I believe, at around 2.5%. So we're getting some more EV here. So the over 222 is definitely a solid play there, which we talked about wide earlier. Arizona, UCLA first half looks like a little value there on UCLA. If you wanted to take a look at that, only 2.2% of expected value. Pepperdine and Pacific, 22-cent difference here in the market width. I'll take one look here at this game for those of you that have Caesars. Kenny makes this a 3-point game, and ESPN makes this a 3-point game as well. So Pepperdine plus 5, minus 110 on Caesars. If you can get that in, I think it's definitely worth a bet. That's not where I wanted to go. Caesars, go to Indiana, closest state for me. We can just check that. We can see if that line still exists. Pacific and Pepperdine plus 5, minus 110 on Pepperdine. Like that play. It definitely fits here with the plus EV. You're getting 4% of expected value. 22-cent difference here in the market with, and the ratings that I use both agree as well. Doesn't mean that it's going to win 100% of the time, but do like that value there. I actually was looking at this game earlier as well. Hop over here to scores. I think Pepperdine was, yeah, Pepperdine's 0-8 in the conference. So I mean, as a basketball coach, you never want to go winless in your conference. Season is winding down, so should get a big effort here out of Pepperdine tonight. I mean, Pacific's not much better, 1-5 in the conference, but do like that play. Lines up plus DB, lines up with some ratings as well. So one last look here, see if there's anything else that shows up. Not seeing anything catches my eye here. If you're interested, Georgetown, this is a 30-cent difference here in the market with. Georgetown's another team, have not won in the Big East. So you would hope you would get a decent effort here in the first half from Georgetown. St. John's is definitely not what they are on the road. Whenever they play at home, they're a much better team. Definitely a different team on the road when it comes to playing. We looked at this Wyoming Boise State earlier. Nothing of value really there. Sam Houston, Dixie State. Take a look at that total here and see if there's anything out there. So Penny makes that 142.5. 145 is the line. Barstool plus 123. Again, only 1.7% expected value here. So probably one I would look to pass on. So do one last refresh, see if anything pops up at the top. I'm not seeing anything. So going to go ahead and wrap up this live stream. I'm going to have to figure out what the hell is going on with my microphone because the echoing is really pissing me off. So thanks for tuning in. Be sure, if you haven't, take advantage of all the sports books in your state. Sign up with the links below. Also, check out OddsJam. Just go to the website. You can get 3 profitable bets each day emailed directly to you. You don't even have to be a subscriber. You just sign up. 3 free bets a day. They'll be delivered to your inbox, and you can go and place those bets. We'll be back tomorrow with some more live plus EV betting. Matt's coming on tonight at 5 Eastern. He's going to do some NBA betting, player props, and that sort of thing. And I'm sure Alex will be back on later today as well. As always, email me, Randall@oddsjam.com. DM me on Twitter @RandallKBets. Any questions you have about sports betting, any questions you have about sportsbook sign-up bonuses, shoot me an email, shoot me a DM,